Hello, welcome to today's full moon meditation. If you are listening to this live or in this full moon, just let you know this is for February 22nd, 2016. So welcome. Thank you for tuning in. So if you have never done this meditation before, I will explain a little bit later about how it's going to go. And in the meantime, subscribe, share, comment. Just a reminder to do that. It's really helpful for your own path to be witnessed, and as well as, just to open up and share for other people. Maybe they're experiencing something that you're experiencing, and they can learn from your share, your comment. So definitely encourage you to do that. And then contact me if you have any questions. Website is courageousintuitive.com. And okay, that's that. So the full moon information. The full moon, so the moon is in Virgo and the sun is in Pisces. And it is, once again, February 22nd, 2016. So if you know more about the zodiac signs and all that, you can go ahead and extrapolate from there. I don't really get into any of those details in this meditation, other than just letting you know what that is. Okay, so now just a little explanation about how I work. So what I do is I ground and then tune in to read the energy of the full moon and what kind of journey she wants to take us on. And I'm holding space for myself as well as for everybody who is participating in the live stream, as well as anybody who comes across this meditation in the future. So I'm holding a lot of intention there so that whoever experiences this meditation is getting energetically what they need, if that makes sense. The past week, it's been difficult to speak and put things into words. All right, so as always, grab things that you want to use for your meditation. So maybe it's crystals, essential oils. I have an oracle card that I pulled today with one of my clients, and that was perfect. And then I've also got this stone here for me, really grounding stone I use for my shamanic Lomi Lomi sessions. So go ahead and do that for yourself. Grab any tarot cards, any words of intention from your journal, anything that you'd like to be with you while you're doing the meditation. And then also let people know around you that you're going to need some quiet time. Turn off any cell phones, which I will make sure mine is off. And then turn down any lights. Make sure you are comfortable. So grab any blankets, pillows. And then if you have never been to your sacred space or done a meditation with me before, I definitely recommend going and searching for the Meeting Your Sacred Space meditation. You can find that on YouTube. And you can also, if you're on my blog watching this, you can also find it there. So we'll be doing this meditation within our sacred space. And I'm also feeling prompted to say, just be extra gentle with yourself on how you read energy. So the spectrum of experience is great. So some people are not used to tapping into energy and reading it. And some people can easily read energy through many different channels. So if it is a little difficult for you today, or if it shows up for you in a different way than you're used to, just go ahead and be gentle with yourself and know that the intention is the most important thing. So as we're going through the meditation, you intend to do something, just know that that is happening whether you are sensing the energy through your normal channels or not. And that normally hasn't come up for me to say before the meditation quite like that before. So maybe there's something special to this new moon, or full moon, or the people that are participating. So hopefully that's helpful. Okay. So this meditation will be about 20 to 40 minutes long. And I'll just end the meditation with an Om Shanti so that you can stay in whatever state you're left in for as long as you want to. So let's start by taking 3 deep breaths. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling completely. Relaxing more and more each time. And now let's go to our sacred space, if you're not there already. And as you open the door to your sacred space, right away check out what energy you are sensing, how you're feeling. What does it look like? What does it feel like in this moment today? Be willing to be surprised. Maybe some things have changed since the last time you visited. And as always with your sacred space, you are 100% in control. So that means if there's anything that you find there that doesn't please you or that you don't like, you can just get rid of it. And it has to go. Likewise, if there's some type of energy that you would like to invite into your sacred space to support you, you can go ahead and do that as well. Maybe there's a power animal, spirit guide, certain crystals, angels, whatever you feel drawn to invite into your sacred space, you can as well. So I'm going to bring this crystal that I'm holding with me there to my sacred space consciously. And interestingly enough, so the energy was already there from the oracle card and the crystal that I'm holding, but me consciously bringing it there strengthened that energy. So no surprise, we're often led to the left side of our sacred space. The left side is typically thought of as the feminine side. And so let's move over to the left side of our sacred space. And let's tap into how the illumination of the full moon is showing up for each of us. So for me, it just looks like a big full moon in my sacred space on that left side. Maybe the light for you is coming from a firefly or a lamp or possibly even a sun-like thing, like it's daytime instead of nighttime. So be open to how it's showing up for you, what that light source is looking like. And notice that that light source has a side that is illuminating your sacred space, but on the other side, notice the shadow. So become aware of the shadow that that light source is also creating. And let's consciously make space for that shadow. So what is coming up for me is to do something practical or even more abstract that includes the energy of that shadow. So something practical that's coming to mind is maybe there's a shady plant in your sacred space and moving it over to that shadow as if it belongs there. Or if you brought crystals with you, moving it over to the shadow side. So consciously moving some energy over into that shadow. And now stand or sit yourself in that shadow. And just check out how you feel there. What does it feel like? What sensations are coming up for you? What visualizations are happening? For me, there's a little there's a little sense of being tiredness, and a little apprehension. But for the most part, there's a calm there. So notice what is coming up for you. Maybe it's an extreme sensation that you're feeling, or maybe it's very subtle, or maybe you don't really feel much at all. Just keep asking yourself what that feels like to be in that shadow. Okay, so this is a full moon meditation like none other. And I'm just going to follow the energy and where it's taken us. So while we're in that shadow, let's do some self-care rituals. So what is coming up for me is combing my hair. Massaging oil on your skin. Some physical self-care ritual. Can even be brushing your teeth. But what those little rituals are symbolizing a couple of different things. Number one, putting yourself first, so self-care. And number two, it's a cleansing. There's something very practical about this full moon, and it's asking you to cleanse in practical ways. If you shave, maybe you see yourself shaving or feel yourself shaving. And now let's do something all together and very specific. Let's pick up the mud or the ground that you are on, and let's give ourselves a mud bath. So finish up, brushing your hair or your teeth or whatever came up for you, and start to cover yourself with this healing mud from the earth. Depending on what your sacred space looks like, maybe it's more sandy, maybe it's more clay-like. And be practical. If you want to add some more water to make it more viscous, easier to spread around your skin, then go ahead and do that. You are in control in your sacred space, so you can bring in any elements that you need. Maybe you're on a rock in your sacred space and you're like, I don't know how to rub rocks on me. So you can go ahead and ask for mud to appear. So if any block or hesitation comes up, you can always just go around it and create what you need. So give yourself that freedom. Okay, everybody is almost finished here. Keep going, covering yourself. So now, before we move forward, tune into how you are feeling, both physically as well as emotionally. How are you feeling with that mud all around you on your skin? I don't want to put words in your mouth on how you should be feeling, so just tune in and see, what does it feel like? Do you feel anything? Do you see any colors? Did the colors change at all when you were doing that? And now we're going to grab a piece of paper while we're still in our shadow, covered with mud, covered with the earth. A piece of paper and a writing utensil appears. And on this piece of paper, energy is slowly fine-tuning itself. So I must be picking up a lot of different intentions. So one moment. Okay, so on that piece of paper, write down the top 3 things that you want to experience. So the top 3 things that have been in your shadow that you'd like to experience. So they've been hanging out there. You've not known how to bring them about in your life up to this point. And you can come up with more. Try to come up with at least 3 things. And it's okay if you don't visually see yourself writing them down on that piece of paper. Just know that they're there. Okay. And now let's take that piece of paper with us as we walk out of that shadow to some water nearby. So maybe it's showing up for you as a waterfall, pool, or a big puddle, or maybe just a well, or maybe there's a vast ocean in front of you, or a lake or stream. So start to walk into that water element and begin to cleanse yourself. And focus your mind, but mostly focus your heart on what those 3 things were that you want to experience from your shadow, that were still in your shadow. What would it feel like to be doing the number 1 thing that you wrote down? What would it feel like to do the number 2 thing you wrote down? To do or experience that. And what would it feel like to do or experience the number 3 thing you wrote down? All the while continuing to wash yourself in the water, removing the mud, the earth, and feel notice a glowing sensation from your skin that's coming from the water. And if it's not in a strong you can invite that into your skin. Almost like the water is able to magnetize your skin. And what it's specifically magnetizing your aura and your skin towards are those 3 experiences that you'd like to bring into your life from your shadow, that were still there in your shadow. Take a nice deep inhalation and exhale. And I'm sensing that some people are worried about, oh, I have to, and even I am, even my mind is throwing out these thoughts like, oh, I have to really focus on those 3 things so that I make sure that they come to fruition, make sure they happen. And like your mind is kind of searching for those 3 things to really hold them. And you don't have to worry about that. So what magnetizes those experiences to you is a vibration. And so the energy of what you wanted and what you expressed is there. So if you're not mentally able to hold on to that, that's fine. You don't have to worry. So it's much more important to focus on the feeling good. Focus on what it feels like to have that magnetizing energy in your aura and on your skin. And it's all magnetizing things that you want to experience, things that you'd like to experience. And with that comes a knowing that you can always change what you want to experience. Maybe you experienced something and it wasn't like you expected. That makes you want something different or something else. Just know that you are in control of that. That you're never stuck with anything that's showing up for you. You can always choose to be different. So just a little bit longer, kind of revel in that feeling of magnetism towards everything coming to you, anything that you want to experience. Notice the fear, any residual fear or questioning or uncertainty. Just watch that release into the water. And more, the intensity of that magnetism increases and fills you up completely. So I feel like 80% collectively. So let's keep going. Really notice what colors are around you. What smells are you experiencing? How does your body feel? Okay, that feels very. And now walking out of the water, step out of the water. However that water element showed up for you. And let's really tune into our aura. So tuning into what our energy feels like will help us tomorrow, after this meditation, a week from now, years from now. Learning to tune into our own energy will really help us keep that magnetism and keep that sense of self. Each one of us bringing into our lives consciously what we most want to experience. And the caveat to that is conscious experience. So we're always experiencing what we are vibrating. But if you look around your life and there's some things that you don't really like, things that you would like to be upgraded or be changed a little bit, that's what knowing what your true energy feels like, what that magnetism feels like. That's when that comes in, and that's when that helps you. So let's each tune into our own energy, particularly our aura, so the space around us, above and below, to the left and the right, to the front and the back. And let's encapsulate ourselves in somewhat of an egg-like structure. So maybe you're already visualizing your aura, and you can go with whatever visualization you normally work with. And if nothing's shown up for you yet, you can use that egg analogy. And maybe you don't easily see energy, but it's really easy to feel it for you. So really sense the boundary of that egg around you. And give it a color if it hasn't shown up for you already as a specific color. And see what that color feels like for you. If you want to change it, go ahead and do that. You are in control. Mine kept cycling through a couple of different colors, and now it's stayed at one. And also give yourself permission to experience something other than what I'm saying. So maybe you're experiencing many colors, a rainbow of colors, and that feels perfect for you. So always trust yourself. Right for you. And now with our aura, we're going to practice a couple of different things. We're going to expand and see what that feels like for us. And then we're going to bring it in close to our bodies. So first, let's sense our aura expanding. It's full of that magnetized energy for the top 3 things or so of what we want to experience that we've kept in our shadow. So with those 3 things, what does it feel like to have that expanded aura? Does it feel like that will serve you in receiving those 3 things? Does it feel good to have it expanded out? And then let's start to bring it in close to our bodies. So in and around pretty tightly around our skin. And what does that feel like? In order for you to receive what you wanted to experience. And now let your aura go to the exact spot that's perfect for you right now. Expanded or contracted out to the perfect millimeter for you to receive those experiences that you said you wanted, that you have now placed in motion with this meditation. And now there's something really very physical about this full moon. So we're not only going to visualize this happening, we're also going to do some hand gestures. So what we're going to do is visualize and sense, feel the core energy of those three things that we want to experience. And we're going to do a figure eight. So they are out there in the cosmos, ready to materialize for you. And you're going to bring it in towards your aura, and then figure eight back out, and then keep going back and forth. So this is helping your energy, and specifically your aura, to receive the energy of what you want, and then also give that same energy. So giving and receiving. So this also puts your energy in a mindset of abundance, and Abraham Hicks calls putting you in the receptive mode. So notice you receiving what you want and then also able to give it right back. There is no energy of feeling like what you got is going to run out, so you have to hold on to it. It's just a deep knowing that there's a constant flow, and it's coming to you and coming from you and coming to you and coming from you. So let's go ahead and actually take our physical hand and go ahead and do that figure eight. Into our aura and then back out. Into our aura and then back out. Exhaling out. Breathing in. Exhaling out. And go as slow or as fast as it feels. Do a few more. Then let's finish with us receiving. So finish with you bringing it in, bringing that energy in. And then you can rest your hand on your lower abdomen or your heart. Awesome. Okay. She is telling me that we are complete. So you can sit there or lie there, holding your heart or your lower abdomen as long as you want to after the meditation. And know that you can return to this meditation again and again throughout the next week, month, year. Just it comes up in your mind as a thought, oh, I should do that meditation, I should practice it. Just trust that little piece of intuition that's guiding you. Thank your sacred space. Thank the full moon. Thank any helpers that showed up for you today. Thank the earth element, the water element that helped us in our meditation. Thank me for facilitating and you for being present and participating. Om Shanti.